Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to speak to you about the real nature of human beings. Not as we imagine ourselves to be, but as we actually are. Human beings are biochemical organisms shaped by evolution, driven by electrochemical processes inside the brain, and separated from one another by profound communication limits. If we do not understand the biological structure of our own species, we cannot understand the structure of our society, our politics, or our conflicts. This lecture explains why human beings misunderstand each other, why groups collide, and why so much of our world is built on illusions rather than direct understanding. Every human is made of atoms and molecules arranged into living cells that cooperate to keep the organism alive. Through sexual reproduction, genes are mixed and varied, creating an enormous range of behavioral tendencies and mental patterns. This variability does not produce a normal human. It produces a spectrum of functional abnormality in which every individual organism is a unique configuration of biochemical forces. What we call normality is simply a convenient cultural label for a narrow and accepted range of behaviors. Inside each organism, communication is extremely precise. Cells speak to each other through ion flows, electrical charges, neurotransmitters, and hormones. This is a perfectly integrated internal language. But between organisms, communication breaks down into weak signals, vibrations in the air, photons of light, smells, temperature, and touch. These are crude carriers of meaning compared to the internal electrochemical system. Because of this difference, it is impossible for one human being to fully know the internal experience of another. Humans, like all animals, navigate the world using sensory impressions that were designed for survival, not truth. We detect chemicals, heat, cold, light, movement, and sound. These signals helped primitive humans hunt, gather food, and avoid predators. Even today, the brain interprets the world through these same biological tools. But they are not tools for understanding reality. They are tools for staying alive. And because of this, our perception of the world is always partial, biased, and incomplete. As humans formed cooperative groups, they created shared illusions, systems of symbols, stories, and norms that allowed many imperfect organisms to act together. This is what we call culture. Culture does not put us in contact with reality. Culture organizes cooperation. It smooths out conflict and stabilizes the group. It does not reveal truth. It simply creates enough shared meaning for a group to survive together. For much of the 20th century, logical positivism claimed that humans could verify facts and prove truths. But this philosophy collapsed when it became clear that the verification principle itself cannot be verified. Popper showed that scientific theories cannot be proven true, only not yet falsified. Kuhn showed that science operates within shifting paradigms. There is no absolute certainty. There are only frameworks that temporarily make sense. Science does not give us final truth. It gives us a disciplined engagement with mystery. The only thing science has successfully proven is that absolute proof is impossible. This does not weaken science, it strengthens it. It makes science honest. The impossibility of certainty is built into the structure of human cognition. We are organisms interpreting signals, not entities accessing reality directly. Our awareness is generated by the internal flow of electrochemical energy inside the organism. Because this system is embodied, subjective, and limited, humans cannot escape their biological boundaries. Every thought is shaped by biochemical structure. Every belief is filtered through a nervous system built for survival, not truth. We do not see reality. We see what biology allows us to see. Each human is an island of internal coherence, surrounded by a sea of misunderstanding. Our internal communication is precise. Our external communication is weak. This creates epistemic isolation, a permanent inability to fully know the mind of another or the true nature of the world. This isolation underlies every conflict, every misunderstanding, and every failure of cooperation. Because of biological limits, humans exist on a spectrum of disconnection, not a scale of normality. Some individuals coordinate their internal processes well. Others struggle. Some groups stabilize themselves with effective illusions. Others collapse. The variety is immense because evolution built us to be variable. There is no normal mind. There are only ranges of functional abnormality shaped by genetics and environment.